things white people have accomplished. 97% of inventions were made by Europeans. And there's actually a website when they say like the traffic light or peanut butter was invented by black people. I don't think they've invented anything actually. There's a website that like fact checks these black inventions, and you look deeper into it and usually they're all from white people that they might have added something or it was like completely stolen. So why are we not taught about that?
Wow, there's a site debunking black inventions?
Yeah, I didn't even invent peanut butter. So I don't think they've invented anything actually.
Is this a measuring contest of which race is better? Do you see something in us that we probably don't even see in ourselves? Do you look at us like so superior to the point that you have to say, look, you didn't make that, you're not that good? It's similar to like, if there's a really, really attractive girl and there's a girl who's maybe not as attractive and not getting as much attention, she goes out of her way to basically go, hey, she's a liar, she's ugly. Everyone clearly sees that. When it comes to beauty, you are being disrespectful because you don't have something or you...
Many black inventors face challenges in reaping the financial benefits of their inventions due to systemic racial discrimination that hindered their access to resources, capital, and patents. Large corporations or government agencies often reap the profits of these black inventions. George Washington Carver discovered over 300 uses for peanuts, including peanut butter. His greatest contribution was in agriculture innovation, especially rotation techniques for cotton farmers. However, Carver did not patent most of his discoveries, and he worked primarily to help farmers. He made very little money from his inventions.
Everybody around the world copies African Americans and then yet disrespects them. GPS is a black woman. Well, 3D imaging is a black woman. Laser eye surgery is a black woman. Escalators a black inventor. Elevators a black inventor. The roller coaster, the cell phone, our video games is Jerry Lawson. Mary Van Brighton in 1966, she invented the home security. You're talking about open heart surgery, Daniel Hale. Plasma, Charles Drew. We can keep going. Surgical equipment. Black people inventing, just constantly inventing, and they took everything and lied. And
all right, racists, let's talk about the part of history you like to tout the most. Black inventions. And along with those inventions comes the receipts. Racist America has pretended for far too long that black people haven't created or invented most things, if not every single thing we use daily. They like to pretend that the toolbox of life just appeared out of nowhere, or that it was gifted by some default white guy. Then they act shocked every single time a black indigenous American shows up in the patent record. This pattern in history of gaslighting and erasure ends now. So why don't we break the spell with a hit list of under-referenced black American inventors, whose work you touch, hear, and rely on every single day, whether you say their names or not. This is what I call the not-so-familiar list. James E. West co-invented the electric microphone in 1962. That tiny capsule in smartphones, laptops, hearing aids, and almost every modern mic, brought to you by a black man, James West. George Edward Alcorn Jr. built the imaging X-ray spectrometer in 1984 that sharpened space and materials research. NASA named him Inventor of the Year. Translation, he built the instruments that actually see what the naked eye can't. Black brilliance. Meredith Gourdine pioneered electro-gas dynamics, devices like incinerate cut smoke and industrial pollution. He engineered the actual physics. David N. Crosswaite Jr., architect of modern HVAC controls for big buildings. He has 39 U.S. patents, some of which include heating systems for Radio City Music Hall, as well as Rockefeller.
These are the top 5 black inventions where the credit didn't go to the real creator. It went to someone white. Number 5 is Elijah McCoy, who created a lubrication system for trains. Copycats tried to mimic it, but people asked for the real McCoy because his name was left off patents. Number 4 is Lewis Latimer, who improved the light bulb's carbon filament and worked with Edison and Bell, but most credit still goes to them. Number 3 is Granville T. Woods, who invented railway telegraphs. Edison tried to take credit and even sued him. Woods won. Twice. Number 2 is Thomas Jennings, the first known black person to receive a U.S. patent for dry cleaning. But white cleaners copied his method without credit, and for decades, most people didn't even know a black man created it. Before we get to number 1, like and follow if you're tired of stolen credit being the norm in black history. Number 1 is Garrett Morgan, who invented the gas mask and traffic signal. Cities didn't want to buy from a black man, so he had a white partner pose as the inventor. These aren't just forgotten names, they're stolen legacies.
So what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm hoping that you're doing amazing today. So guys, today we are going to be talking about the Black invention, what Black people really invented, because when it comes to this topic, Black people who did some amazing stuff are not being given credit that they have deserved, or rather the credit that they deserve. So history has really forgotten these people. And most of the time when you think about technology, you think about infrastructure, you go to the medical field, people usually just think about the white people coming up with all that and just making everything round and round. So history also has refused to acknowledge that the Black people did some amazing stuff. Look, I'm talking about the traffic lights, I'm talking about the door bells, I'm talking about amazing stuff. So most of the time when you see Black excellence, people usually associate it with, either you're an athlete, you are maybe a musician, you're doing hip-hop, you're a hip-hop star, something like that, or maybe you're an actor. But it doesn't stop that way. It doesn't stop at that juncture. Black people have been involved in several sectors. I'm talking about infrastructure, I'm talking about technology, I'm talking about like everything, because look at it at this perspective. If you follow me on this channel, you'll realize that I'm very vigilant on giving, or rather teaching people about the Black history, something that people don't know, or rather people just know but they choose to ignore it because they've not come to a conclusive measure to think that Black people can do some amazing stuff, apart from just being like national marathons, apart from being hip-hop stars and all that. These people have engaged into very lucrative businesses like real estate, infrastructure, medicine, and all that. So on this platform, at least you're going to see that most people are actually shocked to find out that some of the stuff that they use on daily to daily, I'm talking about the peanut butter that you are using, that was invented by a Black person. But a lot of people who choose to be ignorant about this subject, they never get it, So today we're just going to give the Black people their flowers, and just to make them know, or rather feel that we really appreciate these contributions. And even when I speak about slavery, the Black people, they were taken to parts of Europe, they were taken to parts of America, parts of Asia, to go and have free labor. They gave free labor, they weren't even getting paid and all that. So they contributed large to the first world countries, to its growth until now. So guys, tell me, what do you think about this? Do you know like a great inventor, a great Black inventor who did something? You can comment below and let us know what you think about this, because I feel like history is lagging behind to acknowledge these specific people. And ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're new here, you know how it goes. My name is Yvonne, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to being part of my welcome to being part of my online family. And to my returning subscribers, I really appreciate this. Please comment below and subscribe. Until next time.